Hello, everyone. Glad to see you. We're going to start with our hands together. Take set the intention of a wonderful movement experience, good for your body. Inhale, lift your arms, catch your hands, and go over to the side. Breathe in and hold. Now, while you're here holding, it's okay to move, kind of like a branch in the wind. You're just feeling all these little areas start to wake up. Breathe in through your nose if you can, and if you can't, just breathe in the best you can through your mouth, but you're going to breathe in through your nose if you can. And then inhale, a little add on with your hand down, and your arm can rotate, your torso can rotate. Breathe in, expand, inhale. Good, just get everything some attention. And then do an experiment before you go to the other side. Inhale and come up in Samasthiti, and just notice how that whole side feels so good and open. Let's do the other side. Lift up both arms, catch your arms if you can, and then over to the side. Now you're breathing into the right or the other rib cage, the one that's exposed to the sky for you. Your arm can help you pull on the other arm. Breathe, breathe, move. Find out what's going on with your body this morning. Inhale, breathe, and you're rotating, you're moving. You can even add on your foot coming over and your hand coming down. Keep opening up the sides. Breathe in, breathe in. Good, keep stretching. Keep reaching to the floor, keep reaching through your arm. In. Good, lateral flexion, so good for our shoulders and our posture and our breathing, which is energy. Inhale, and then up, hands are together. Now let the feet come in about a neutral position. So I'll just say it's about hip width apart. Now we're gonna wake up the legs, the knees, the heels, the ankles. So everything in your shoulders. You're just doing an Utkatasana squat. Now as you do this, just notice what's a good low position for you. Are your heels heavier than your toes? You may get lower as your body warms up. So you start where your body gives you the signal, it's good, and then you might get lower. Now we're gonna do two more, getting some synovial fluid in there. One more, actually do one more to hold. So go down, hold. Now your hands can come together. Your neck is easy, good, you're warming up. And you might even tuck the chin here. If you're having to look up at me, just let yourself tuck the chin and hold on to the cues that are audio. Hold, you're building leg strength, you're building glute strength. Inhale, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Your toes are so light you could lift them. I'm lifting all my toes right now. That also builds the arches, which help us with balance and bone alignment. And stand back up. Now let your blood pressure hold steady. Inhale, open your arms. Now sit back in a chair. This time the add-on is going to be the hands together. The body can rotate to possibly all the way elbow past the thigh. And you might even decide you want to stretch out your arms like an eagle. Breathe. Inhale. Notice how you're opening your upper back with the breathing. Your arm goes a little further possibly. Now face front, hands together. Now our legs, if you're burning and you need to come out, you can. Otherwise, try to keep that workload. Rotate. Your elbow might go past the other thigh. Maybe you'll even open up like an eagle. Notice how the breathing helps open up your upper back. This is rotation. Now face forward, hands together, stand up, and then take a moment. Let your blood pressure settle. Lift and spread your toes 5 times. Now when you do that, if you can see your arch from here, it actually lifts up off the floor. And if you're like me and you kind of have flat arches naturally. When you lift up your toes and you keep your mound of your big toe down, it's waking up those arches. Now you're gonna put a tree pose in here, so right foot goes to your calf or maybe your inner thigh. Open up that knee like you open up a book. Now at first, just take a tree pose that is comfortable for you. Your arm position can be up. If you'd like to add on, you can take a cow face arm position where your right arm pats your back up and your lower back, your arm, the other arm, left arm comes up the lower back. Catch your fingers if you can, clasp and curl your fingers around each other if you can. Breathe in fully. Just do the best you can. Good. Inhale. Good. Now both hands are going to come at the low back like you're interlacing them. If you can, interlace. And then turn away from the leg that's in the air. Your torso turns left while your knee stays open right. 10. Take an inhale. Rotate to knee or front. Hands come at your heart. Pause. Lower that foot. Nice job. Yep, it probably needs a little shake now. Let them spread your toes. Now your other foot comes up to your calf or your inner thigh. Now, I'll call it a traditional tree, meaning your arms could just lift. A modification would be hands at the heart or a lower foot placement. Yeah. Breathe in fully, 10 through your nose if you can. Now the option here is cow face. So your left elbow would bend, your right arm can work its way up the back. Catch your fingers if you can. Curl your fingers around each other if you can. Jawline parallel to the floor. Good. Take that inhale. Now your next one is interlace fingers at the low back. See if you can interlace palms together and lift off your hips. Now you're going to rotate away from the knee that's in the air. We're going to take another inhale here and exhale, rotate towards the front. Bring your hands together and then lower that foot down. Nice job. Open up the legs. Now, this is a 5-pointed star. It's a point of coming back to home base. We're going to lift up our right toes and point them in the same direction that the right fingers are pointed to. So your fingers and your toes are pointed to the same wall on the right side of your body. Reach out over an imaginary table, and both knees are long, but they are soft. Now, when you cannot reach anymore, that hand, the right hand can come to your thigh or your calf or your shin, and your other arm can go straight up for a moment like that eagle. We're going to play around with some variations. Act like you're in a toaster slot. Your back is against the same wall that your thighs are. You're not hinged at the hips forward. You're up against an imaginary wall. Now, the top arm could go over your ear, and you could add on a deeper stretch on your side. Yes, reach. That's it. Reach. Oh, good, nice. 5. I just got a little free adjustment in my low back. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, Now notice how you feel. Strong legs bring you back up. Your arms are out like a 5-pointed star, your feet go forward. Now lift your left toes and point them towards the same wall that your left fingers are pointed to. Inhale, exhale, reach out over a slippery counter. Reach, 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 reach. Now the left hand can come down towards the leg. Try to open your top hip towards the wall behind you. And for now, the arms are like an eagle. They're vertical, they're straight up and down. Roll your right shoulder blade towards the back wall, an imaginary wall behind you. Good, even if it means you can't go as low to the floor, that is just fine. Hold, breathe. Now check your neck. If there's any tension, chin tilt, look down, like find a place that's nice for your neck. Now the next move is the arm that's on top goes over your head. Reach, 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 reach. There's a great side stretch. Breathe, breathe, and act like someone's pulling your arm. So you're not just hanging out in the pose ever, you're reaching through your arm. Legs are strong. Outer right pinky side of your foot is pushing to the floor. So your right arch is off the floor if you can. Breathe. Take another inhale. Now act like a string is pulling you up. Good. The feet are now forward. You're in 5-pointed star. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Now your hands are probably going to go to the ankles, maybe the calves, maybe the floor. This is Prasarita Padottanasana. Pull on your ankles or thighs, whatever you have your hands on, and enjoy the lifting of your sit bones, the neck releasing, the inner thigh stretching. Now the hands are going to change. They're going to be underneath your shoulders on the floor, and they're going to pull on the floor a little bit for an increased stretch. Now a third position is interlace your fingers at the low back and let the arms fall over your head. Breathe in. Act like the arms have a weight on them and they're just getting closer to the floor, closer to the floor, closer to the floor. Now let your hands come back to your hip bones and push halfway up. Pause for a moment. You know if your blood pressure has adjusted, and when it has, you can push your feet to the floor. Come up. Your hands might slide to the sacrum, your elbows squeeze together, your heart lifts. You still have a sense of control in your neck. Your head's not just dangling backwards. Lift up. Breathe in. Upper back is starting to get a big stretch, extension. Inhale. Exhale, bring the abs back to neutral. Now the arms can stretch out. You can step or you can jump together. Hands at the heart. Beautiful. Notice how your whole body feels. That was good. So right arm is going to go up. Hold onto your foot. Left arm forward. Now you're in a quad stretch. If you need an assist, you can hold on to a Donovan or a towel around your ankle or a Pilates ring. Pubic bone down, ribs down, pubic bone up. Hold. And now push your foot into your hand and feel the thigh come up if you would like to add on. Five, four, three, two. Now slowly come back. your hands at the heart and your feet underneath. Whew, notice how that whole side feels more open. Lift up the left arm. Your hand goes around to your foot. Your other arm stays open. Ribs pull down, pubic bone pulls up. Tall. Five more seconds. All right, if you would like to add on, your foot pushes into your hand. Your shoulder and chest open more. Dancer pose, Nata Rajasana. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. And exhale, come back. Hands together at the heart. Beautiful. Grab a sip if you need it. Our next move is going to be a pyramid pose. And you're going to lift and spread your toes. And I'll shift our right foot forward and our left foot back. Now they are about 4 feet apart, 3.5, 4 feet apart. Your feet are on railroad tracks. Steer your hips. So the left hip will try to go back. You're going to keep it square. We're going to cross the arms as much as you can, go up tall and back behind you as much as you can. You're trying to keep a full range of motion in the shoulders. So many people lose flexibility here. And we don't want to. We want to maintain it. Now open your shoulders. It could be a prayer pose behind you. It could be that you hold onto your elbows. When your hands are behind you, your shoulders might poke forward, so keep them open. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Your knees have a bit of softness in them. You may find that you're looking at your front toes for a neutral neck position. You want to feel a neck that's easy and not tense. Take another inhale. Now as you exhale, push your feet into the floor. Now your back foot is going to meet your front foot and your hands can come to your heart. Samasthiti. Now we're going to put the other foot back about 4 feet in a railroad track. Your feet are in railroad tracks in line with your hip. Come up again with 5 circles. Big range of motion. Observe what your range of motion is. We're going to preserve that. And then let your hands find a shoulder release for you. Prayer pose, reverse is a fun one. Holding onto your elbows is fun. Interlace fingers is another one. Inhale, keep the hips square. That right hip's going to try to turn back, but you're not going to let it. You're going to steer forward, hinge, hinge. Now your gaze probably is at your front toes or so that your neck feels easy. Now take another inhale. Now as you exhale, push your feet into the floor. Your body comes upright and maybe even beyond. Inhale. Your hands come to your heart. Your back foot meets the front foot. Land softly. So you're practicing that soft landing for your joints. You have control. And then Samastitihi. Beautiful job. Now make sure your feet, we're doing a little squat here. Your feet are roughly underneath the hips. Take an inhale to lift up the arms. Sit in a chair and find a place that's good for you. And notice that both legs now have 50% of your body weight. Now the next add-on possibility is that your left ankle comes to your right thigh, and now your one leg has all your body weight. Your palms can come together, and we're gonna hold, neck easy. Inhale. Now stand back up and your hands are at your heart. This is Samasthiti. So take a moment, blood pressure adjust, arms up. Exhale down. Both legs have 50% of your weight right now. Adding on is the one thigh up, ankle on thigh, seated pigeon, one-legged squat, palms together, soften the neck. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, stand back up, hands are at the heart. Beautiful. Grab a sip if you need it. Then we're gonna come back. To a goddess posture, and Karen, if your knees prefer the narrower position, just keep the narrow, but the goddess posture is a little bit wider. Your arms come up. Now you're going to try to find that 50-50 weight, and your knees are in line with your second toe. Your arms can open up. If this doesn't serve your legs, do a more neutral squat that we've been doing. Otherwise, try to relax here for 30 count. Play around with the verticality of your posture. Soften what you don't need. 10 more. Take another inhale. Now stand back up. Beautiful. Come back in, hands together at the heart. Building leg strength. Now this is an inhale to go up. Your feet are roughly in line with your hips. Have a seat, Utkatasana. This is like a chair. It's also called awkward posture. That's your possible pose. Or if you'd like to add on, lift up your left foot and thigh wraps, possibly your toes wrap. Your eagle posture is left arm underneath, palms might even touch, elbows shoulder height. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back up to standing Samasthiti. Balance your mind, body, breath. Let the blood flow. Inhale, arms up. Utkatasana. And remember, this could be your posture. Anything that I add on is your option. So you could lift up the right foot and that be it. Maybe you'll wrap the thigh once or twice. The toes will hook. Easier if the left knee's bent more. Now the right arm would come underneath and the palms could touch. another inhale. Now as you exhale, you stand back up. Hands together at the heart. Good. Now we're going to take a down dog on this one. So you can turn your body so that you're more in line with your mat vertically. Take an inhale to lift your arms up. As you exhale, you can sit for just a moment and a Utkatasana. And then as you exhale, your hands go down. Now you can meet me in down dog, or if you would like to do a vinyasa to get there, you bend the elbows. You inhale, lift up your heart. Then you lift your hips. You can even push up. Now down dog. We're going to walk out that dog, bend one knee, bend the other, bend one knee, bend the other. Try both heels lifting and both heels lowering. Both heels lifting and both heels lowering. And up, and down, and up. Now the heels press. Adding on, you can lift your heels, articulate through your lower back, middle back, upper back into up dog. Inhale. Good. And then tuck your chin. Articulate through your upper back, middle back, lower back. Now an option here, keep going, is to do a cat-cow if you need a modification, or even a forearm dolphin plank. Tuck. So I do sprinkle in a few hand poses for the wrist to get stronger. You're trying to find that happy medium where they get stronger, but you don't feel like they're stressed out. Curl. And lift. Inhale. And curl. And lift. And up. Enjoy. Remember, if you need a break, take a break. Breathe in. Good. All right, you're doing great. And up. And you guys know I like to bias some upper body strength because it's so easy in our automated society to avoid it. So we want to go after it. And it's nice to have occupations or recreational hobbies that use the arms, but for sure we're going to do it in our exercise classes. One more. So you feel confident in the strength of your upper body as well as your lower. Now, when you're ready, go to a child pose and add your toes curling under so you get a foot stretch. Push your hands into the floor so you get even more foot stretch and shoulders and low back. Inhale. Now place your forearms down and take dolphin pose. Your forearms down and your hips are in the air, dolphin pose. This is just like down dog, but you have the forearms down. Now your heels are probably further away from the floor. Really try to lift your sit bones up. Really try to pull your heels low because just that effort gives you the strength and the length. Push. So your forearms are pushing your hips back. Your sit bones are lifting up. That's really good for the pelvic floor as well. Your heels are pushing down. Breathe. 5, 4, 3. Really lengthen your knees. 2. And then 1. Come to your shins. This time in child pose, pat your back so your elbows are bent. You're going to add a little tricep stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take a side plank. You can take it on your forearm or your elbow. I'm going to double my mat here on these. So your elbow is down. You're on your side. And I may do that same in just a moment, Betty. Good, hold. First one is arm up. And if you'd like to add on, arm over your ear and lift your hip and hold. Good, 10. 5, keep lifting, kind of like half moon on the side plank. Take another inhale. Now I'm going to offer a way to transition there. If you need to do something else, please do. But if you can't, put both elbows down. Transition to the other side. Side plank, arm up. If you lay head on, arm over your ear, lift your hip and hold. Take another inhale. Go back to front plank. Hold for 10. Now rest your pelvis, your forearms are on the floor, and you can push your hands up, your hands on the floor to lift your spine up. Shoulders are down. Breathe in. Neck is easy. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, when you are ready, lower yourself down, put your hands on the floor, and I'm going to offer a challenge. Curl your toes under and push straight up into a down dog. So push. If it doesn't work out, go to your knees first and then go to down dog. While you're in down dog, put your left foot on your right heel and push that heel down. Put your left foot down and put your right foot on that left heel and lift your sit bone up. Both heels pressed. And shins down, hands underneath your shoulders. Now lift up your right foot and your left hand goes to your right foot or ankle, and you're in a bow pose on table, but the option could be that you do a right leg out, left leg out. You got it. Now push into, keep pushing into your hand. Keep pushing into your arm. Inhale, lower the hand and the knee, take the other one, or extend the arm and the leg out. Keep pushing, lifting, breathing. Inhale. And then exhale, relax. You can take a down dog from here, pressing your hips back. Hold, release your tension in your neck. Heels are pressing. Now the right leg goes up, and you can take 5 circles with that right leg. You can do it where you bend the knee, where you leave it long, where you stretch it behind you. Just enjoy. Kind of like we did with shoulder circles, enjoy that movement. Now, we're gonna lower that foot and pick up your left foot and leg and do the same kind of big circles. Enjoy that range of motion. These ball and socket joints are supposed to get this range of motion. Now that left foot comes down, lift up your right leg again to the sky, and if you want to, flip your hip, meaning bend your right knee and open up your thigh. Good. Hands push. Good. Open up your right hip. Now that foot comes down, pick up your left leg, open up that hip. Keep your right heel pressing, keep your hands pushing. Inhale, down dog, child pose, and if you'd like to take a sip, this is a great chance to take a sip. I'm also going to tilt my screen down just a bit, so Betty, I saw you did that already, but if you haven't had a chance and you need to, you can do it now After we take our sip, shoot for 8 ounces of water if you can, maybe even 12 since it's a great thing to do for health. We're gonna go back down to the belly, and your inhale is going to lift you up with your hands assisting. A swan or cobra. So your neck is easy. Turn more towards you. Good, guys. Holding. Your elbows are pointed towards the floor. Your neck is easy. You have a little ab lift. Inhale and lower. Now our next one is Shalabhasana. Hands are beside your hips. Go up with your inhale. Neck is easy. And relax. Now add on, if you would like, interlace the fingers at the low back and lift up. Lower, and if you can switch your fingers, do that. If otherwise, you can take a forearm plank. So come up, inhale, lift. Yep, good. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower, and the next move is bend one knee and hold on to the foot. Maybe take your other foot, but if you need to, we're going to do it twice. Bow pose or half bow. Check your neck. It's easy, it's soft. You can close your eyes. Push your feet into your hands. Your thighs are working. Lower. We're going to do it again. Inhale, come up. And relax. Child pose. Push your hips back. Now, if you want to let your knees be wider, it's a great place for a diaphragmatic breath. 5. Have a seat. Face me. And you're going to lift up your feet and balance. Pause. That is a baby bow pose, Navasana. So your feet are off the ground. If you'd like to extend your knees, squeeze your thighs towards each other, reach your arms past your thighs. 10. Boat pose, Navasana. 9. In Pilates, it's called teaser. 8, 7, 6, 5. Balancing. 4, 3, 2. Now relax in a bound angle where you take your feet together and your knees press out wide. Relax your neck. Now inhaling, come up and interlace your two fingers around your big toe. Again, I'm going to turn so I'm not in the wall. Again, lift your feet for a balanced pose. That may be all you do. And you can also take the ankles. That's a girl string. We're going to extend those knees as a more advanced option. Good, shoulders are down. Try to feel your inner thighs stretching. As an option, you can put your feet together long, your legs together. Now, this is harder, but you can actually take your hands around your feet and try that. I've got an interlaced finger position. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Now your feet are on the floor and your hands are behind you. This is reverse plank or reverse table. This is reverse plank, bent knees. This is reverse plank, lift up. Soft focus. Notice what thoughts try to come in your mind, and you can change them more in alignment with calm, strong energy or warrior energy. Inhale and exhale, relax. Now, when your fanny's down, reach your fingers forward and pull down. I still have the shoulder blades down the back, so I'm always keeping those cues. Now the other, fingers pull down. Now we're headed towards half sphere. This is also called Madrasana. So you can do this on your form if you would like. I'm going to offer a hand variation. Your hand to put you up to side plank. You know, you can do your form though. You go side, your top foot goes behind you. You lift up your heart. Your option is to do a side plank on the forearm. Inhale, lower your hip with care. Other side, side plank or Madrasana. Yeah. You can close your eyes and really feel the pose. Lengthen the breath. Inhale. And then exhale, lower down. And then we're going to take the other side of our hands. So you can pull the other side of your hands down in a forearm stretch. Shoulders are down. Other side of your hand in a forearm stretch. Inhale. And then let your hands grab a sip before we go down. And then we'll take a slow count down. 10, 9, make sure your space is good behind you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Catch your hands behind your head, pull your thighs up, and do yogic bicycle for 50. Try to feel it. Rest if you need to. Ribs down, belly in. 40, 50. When you're ready, full body stretch. Right leg up in a hamstring stretch. That could be your pose. Or take your 2 fingers around your big toe, holding on to the big toe. Lift up your shoulder blades. The other hand can reach to the thigh or be behind your head. So you've got this hamstring stretch. Leg up, belly pulling in. If you need to modify, you just go back to the hamstring stretch or you put your hand behind your head. Hold 10 more seconds. Lift up your shoulder blades. And that was 25 seconds. We're going to take the other toes, right leg long, and extend. You can put your hand behind your head or on your thigh. Pull that leg in. 10. 15. 10 more seconds, even if you have to rest a bit. 20. Good. Sometimes it's easier when you know how long you're going, isn't it? Inhale, and 25, where it seems easier. Now, happy baby, hands to your feet, pull your knees down. Take your left leg long and take your right knee over, knee down twist. Right arm out, or right arm can do some circles, 3 to 5, and then arm out. Arm out, palm open, left hand holds your knee. Inhale, and take it to the other side. Right leg long, and right hand on your knee, and now the left arm can do some circles. 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or so, and then the palm can stay out to the side. Your right hand can help your knee stay down. Take another inhale, and then as you exhale, gently come back. Now both feet are on the floor, and you're going to be taking a bridge up, Setu Bandhasana, curl up and down, and try 5 at your own pace. If you need to slow down near the low back, which is where most people run tight, you can take your time, put your hands there. Really try to feel each one of your bones coming down, each one of your back spinal vertebrae and peeling up like a sticker. Now, when you're up, there's a couple variations you could take. One is interlace the fingers underneath the lower body and kind of walk your shoulder blade flush under. If that doesn't serve you or you prefer, you can take the arms overhead, lengthening them towards the wall behind you or like a field goal post. Third variation would be the full back bend, which is your hands are near your shoulders, and then you push up. Wherever you are, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now release your shoulders and lower your spine. Take your right ankle to your left thigh and reach your hands through the window for a hip opener. I like to add a rock here or a circle, just a gentle movement. And if you would like to add a pillow under your head, that's a nice variation too. Try the other side, ankle to thigh. Now on the next move, if you would like to have a yoga block underneath your sacrum and put the feet on the wall, you can. If you want to just take Shavasana, you can do that. If you have a big wall like I do, another thing you can always add on is just the legs going wide. If it's too much, you can put a chair under each foot, but you can also just go up to a leg up. But I just thought I'd offer it while we're here. And just relax, breathe in through your nose, and really let your belly just accept that breath. Sometimes we hold in our breath or hold in our abs during your day, or we're bracing ourselves for bad news or responses. So right now is a time for relaxation, and it's good to know how to contract a muscle and how to relax it. We want to have both ends of the spectrum under our control. The parasympathetic system is healing and rejuvenating, just like when you sleep. And now the energy, instead of being in fight or flight or freeze or fawn, is in repair so that we can be stronger. Now take a moment to bring yourself towards a seated position towards the front of the room. And we're going to come into a hand on our heart and just notice how you feel. Our intention, this is called a segment intention, and it's where you pre-pave the energetic path that you want to have for the next part of your day. So anytime you're changing activities, especially if you're going to be interacting with anybody else where it's easier to accidentally have your energy come into out of calibration, we're practicing how to keep that calibration. So our segment intention is going to be replenish. We're really good at doing and action and making things happen, and we've been practicing that our whole life, and there is much value to that part of your body that also wants to replenish or re-nourish. It can be water during the day, it could be a cup of tea, it could be letting go of your mind's tendency to create a solution for an issue that you're needing to solve. But we're just going to let that be our intention, that we take moments of replenishment, because in that replenishment, we have a stronger ability to get those actions done anyway. Inspired action comes during those moments of replenishment. So we'll just take comfort in the fact that we're going to be listening to our body, giving ourselves moments of replenishment as needed, and with so much care and appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much. So good to see everybody. Thank you so much. See you Thursday and Friday, I hope. Bye, guys.